In the spring of 1900, a crew of Greek sponge divers accidentally discovered the world's first mechanical computer, an object that had spent 2,000 years hidden at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. Inside this lump of corroded bronze is an analog supercomputer. It features a system of interlocking gears so complex that human technology wouldn't reach this level of sophistication again until the 14th century, over 1,400 years later. It suggests that the path of human innovation is far from a straight line, containing chapters of advanced knowledge that were simply erased for over a millennium. The discovery was driven by a violent Mediterranean storm. A crew of Greek divers was forced to shelter near the tiny island of Antikythera, where one man put on a canvas suit and a heavy copper helmet to search for sponges at a depth of 148 feet. He surfaced in a panic, claiming he had seen a heap of rotting corpses scattered across the seafloor. When the captain dove to investigate, he realized they had found the wreck of a massive Roman cargo ship. The bodies were actually life-size bronze and marble statues, part of a staggering wealth of ancient treasure. Amidst the gold and the art, the divers pulled up an unremarkable, corroded lump of bronze. It was catalogued and ignored until 1902, when a politician named Spyridon Stays noticed clean, precisely cut triangular gear teeth protruding from the cracked surface. Those gear teeth transformed the Antikythera site. Divers were no longer just salvaging artwork. They were looking at the remains of a level of ancient engineering that historians believed was impossible for the time. For decades, mainstream historians struggled to explain the device. Many refused to believe it was a computer, unable to reconcile its precision with the idea that ancient Greek technology was primitive. The turning point came in 2005. A research team transported an 8-ton prototype Eclipses ray machine to the National Archaeological Museum in Athens to finally peer inside the fused bronze. High-resolution CT scans revealed 30 internal gears and thousands of hidden Greek characters. These inscriptions functioned like a user's manual, describing how the machine modeled the cosmos. It required the most advanced imaging technology of the 21st century just to read and comprehend a device engineered in 100 BC. The mechanism was a hand-cranked model of the universe. Turning a side handle tracked the exact positions of the sun and moon, and the 5 planets known to the Greeks: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But modeling the moon presented a major astronomical problem. Its orbital speed isn't constant. It moves faster when closer to Earth and slower when further away. Engineers solved this with a pin and slot mechanism. Offset gears produced variable speeds mimicking the moon's orbit. On the back, spiral dials predicted eclipses decades in advance, revealing their exact hour and color. This design proves the Greeks embraced a mechanical philosophy. They viewed the universe not as a realm of unpredictable gods, but as a mathematical system that could be replicated in bronze. Researchers argued over whether the front calendar ring tracked a 365-day solar year or a 354-day lunar year. In 2024, astronomers used statistical modeling techniques originally developed for LIGO, the observatory that detects gravitational waves, to analyze the ring. They proved it featured exactly 354 holes, confirming it tracked the Greek lunar calendar. However, a 2025 study suggested a different problem. Engineers running simulations claimed the mechanism was poorly built and that the gear teeth would have jammed after only months of use. Other researchers counter that we are measuring a shadow. After 2,000 years in the sea, the bronze has warped and shrunk, making current measurements an unreliable guide to how it originally functioned. Modern science is currently at a standstill. Our tools can see through the corrosion, but they cannot account for how time and the ocean have physically altered the ancient engineering. The most persistent mystery is the identity of the maker. The device is covered in thousands of characters of text, but it lacks a signature or a maker's mark. One theory points to Archimedes of Syracuse. Historians recorded that he built a device that modeled the sun, moon, and 5 planets with a single rotating mechanism, though he died decades before this specific machine was finished. The leading scientific theory points to Hipparchus of Rhodes. He is the founder of trigonometry and the first person to develop the mathematical theory for the moon's irregular motion that this machine physically replicates. Whoever the creator was, the mechanism represents a peak of scientific achievement, a convergence of centuries of Babylonian observation and Greek geometric theory. If the craftsmanship was this advanced, it raises a haunting question: why is there only one? No other comparable geared device has ever been found in the entire archaeological record of the ancient world. This was a forgotten revolution. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria and the Roman conquest of Greece severed the specialized chains of knowledge required to build these machines, leading to a 1,400-year dark age of technology. But the search continues. In 2024, expeditions confirmed a second shipwreck at the Antikythera site. It is possible that the missing two-thirds of the mechanism and the gears that drive the planets are still buried in the sediment. The Antikythera Mechanism is a stark warning. It proves that technological progress is fragile. Without a tradition to preserve it, human genius can be plunged into darkness for millennia.